What is up, guys? Today I'm going to show you the way to paint your interior and clean it out before you put in seats so you don't ruin your nice new seats. Alright, so ignore the mess because it's a mess. I have everything torn out of the car, so that's why I sort of have crap everywhere. But I went to the parts store, I overpaid for a bunch of stuff and got some degreaser and stuff, so let's go through what I got. Alright, so to start, I got some wire brushes. I have some, or had some of these, but I sort of ruined the wires by using them so much. I got a couple of cans of just cheap parts store brand engine degreaser, as well as cheap parts store brand brake cleaner. I tend to use brake cleaner pretty often to clean stuff off. It leaves sort of a nasty film a lot of the time, but it does a really good job of cleaning stuff off. I also got some overpriced wax and tar remover. A can of undercoating. I think that's what I'm going to use. I wish this was the 3M stuff, but I have a full can of the 3M stuff, so I'm probably going to use half, or use that for half and use this for whatever doesn't work. And I also got a bottle of ATF. I don't have a car with an automatic transmission, but this stuff works really well for cleaning old parts if you let them soak in them, that sort of thing. Similar to like Marvel Mystery Oil, but a lot cheaper. And then I got a bottle of Purple Power because for some reason this was $6, and then for $4 you could get a spray bottle that was a quarter of the volume. So I just went with the whole jug. So I'm gonna see if I can't clean some of this stuff up because I'm not digging this mess. And I've got like both my seats out and the door and all that crap. I cleaned it all up before I started working, so I cleaned it and then immediately just made a giant mess. I'm going to try to clean it up before I start cleaning up my interior just to make my day a little more pleasant. Alright, so I'm going to actually pull out the seatbelt brackets too, just because those are the only things left in the interior that I haven't pulled, are the seatbelts. And then I can paint behind them too, be thorough and pay attention to details, which is very important. So those are just easy 17 mils, I believe, hopefully. I'm really tempted to take these mechanisms apart and like clean them, I guess, or lube them up and stuff, because they're really annoying and they like lock up way too easily. So when you're trying to pull the seatbelt, it's like you're pulling like an inch at the time until you eventually get it to come out. Sucks. So I'm thinking about rebuilding them and making them work nice again, if that's possible. I guess we'll see.
Six and a half hours later.
Alright, after probably, let's see, this is the next day after cleaning some more, and then I came back with that guy, that's my heat gun, and some scrapers and stuff. I heated up the floors. I ended up scraping off all the tar on the floors, trying to get it completely clean. This is like 6 hours of cleaning the interior on here. I'm going full on like crazy, as clean as I can get it to be, you know. I'm trying to make it look real nice. And I guess in the process I'm losing weight because I probably took out 40 pounds. You can see all that there is all just tar, like sound deadening. I probably took out 30 or 40 pounds of that stuff in the past few hours. It has been super tedious and super tiring, and I am filthy and gross. But I have the mass of it out now, so obviously there's still like little chunks of it and stuff. scattered throughout. However, the pretty much 99% of it is out of the car. So I'm going to, it's like super late right now. I'm exhausted. Ugh. I'm gonna fill up the floorboards with purple power degreaser, because what's left is like this sticky residue from the tar. Hopefully that will help clear it up. I can come back tomorrow with a brush or the next day or whenever and brush it off, clean it up, and then finally I can actually get to like the coating of this. Look how dirty my hands are. Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess my left hand hasn't been doing much, but then I can hopefully get to actually like recoating the floors and the interior, making it look nice again instead of making it look like actually worse. This, you know, making videos of these kind of processes is tough, especially when you're trying to make a decent amount of videos in a short amount of time, and you're also trying to work like a full-time job or something, because like this has taken me multiple nights and I have produced pretty much no content because this is really boring. I've literally been scraping this floor with a heat gun. No one wants to see that. But I'll bring you guys back when I'm doing something different. So awesome. Some brake cleaner and stuff. Get like the residual tar that I didn't get off of here and then vacuum it out. And then once I do that, I can strip the rest of the floors and clean them up and start sanding everything down a little bit, just scuffing it up so that it gets ready to be painted or undercoated or whatever I end up doing, whatever I end up deciding. So yeah, it's coming together though. This took me forever, and when I was done I was like disgustingly dirty, so I'm very glad to be done with that step. Alright, so I have the interior pretty much completely cleaned out as far as I'm gonna go. There's still, I still need to wipe it down. There's still like crap on it that'll come off with a towel. But there's still also just like a little bit of tar left in places. On these floor plugs, like here and here, back there's two back there, another one here. They have this seam sealer, and this seam sealer is about 1,000 times harder to remove than the tar, so I'm just leaving it. And you can see it's like smeared in places too, so that's just gonna stay there. But I'm trying to be really thorough with this job, and in order to do that I need to remove the pedal cluster, which is pretty simple. Basically you just pull on this and it unhooks from the ball joint, and then there's two bolts that hold the pedal cluster in, and then you actually have to go under the car and unbolt the two bolts that hold the master cylinder in, and then the whole thing lifts out. The reason why I want to do that is I want to get it painted underneath there and also clean out underneath there, because there's still a bunch of dirt and crap back there. And you know, it's like 4 bolts. May as well do it and do it right, you know, the one time I do it, so I don't end up having to do it again, or, you know, you understand. And if you don't, well, it's not your car, so you suck. That right there is exactly why I wanted to pull that thing out, because look how much crap there is just built up back there. No reason to clean out everything all perfectly, like pull out the e-brake and go all crazy with everything and then leave that in there. So I think this was definitely worth the extra 15 minutes or whatever it took me. So I know it still looks mildly messy. This is as good as it's gonna get. I've sanded everything down, cleaned it up multiple times, vacuumed it. This is all roughed up. You see I have it taped off, the edges taped. Everything that I don't want paint on is taped off. Wires are taped up. So I'm gonna start spraying. The reason like I used real rough sandpaper and I'm not worried about that sort of thing is because I'm using undercoating on the inside. It doesn't really matter because it's rough, so you won't be able to see like the deep scratches or anything in it. So this is just easier to sand down and it'll help it adhere really well. So I'm gonna start spraying and hopefully 2 cans will do the whole thing. I'm not trying to go super thick with it or anything. Hopefully, since it's undercoating, it'll also help deaden some of the sound, since I just got rid of all the sound deadening in the car. I don't want to replace it, but it is nice if it's not just super loud on the inside now due to that. So I guess I'll just start spraying instead of talking my face off. It is literally 12:05 at night, and I ran out of undercoating, so I went to Walmart. Luckily, they had 2 cans left, so I just bought them both. I think I only need 1 because I only have about a third left to go. But I got 2, and I'll probably just throw it on there real thick and get a good couple layers on there pretty much so that it's nice and solid. But gonna get back to painting. Undercoating, whatever you want to call it. Finish it up. It looks really good. I'm really happy with how it looks so far. I mean, it looks exactly how I expected it to look, the same, but with undercoating, but nevertheless, it looks good. So I am satisfied so far. About 15 minutes later, and it's all cleaned up. It is all painted, coated. It looks a little goofy now because I got like wet spots and dry spots and stuff. The spots where it's completely dried, it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I'm gonna get high off of paint fumes in here, so I'm gonna open up the garage for a few minutes. It's warm in here because I have a heater going, but I'm gonna let this dry for a couple minutes, then open it up to let it air out. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight for me because it is a little too fumey in here and it's a little late. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm gonna have to end the video. Unfortunately, I guess I did so much work today in today's video, but I did not get a good video out of it, which is sort of unfortunate. And this happens sometimes. Let me adjust my camera. And this can happen sometimes, especially like when I'm doing stuff like this. If I'm really trying to pay attention to detail, it makes it difficult to try to make a good video out of it because there can be a lot of just tedious work, and tedious work isn't that entertaining to watch. So in this video, I spent hours. This trash bag is full of just tar, removing tar out of this car. And that is not entertaining at all to watch. Neither is really stripping or sanding or painting any of this. So the video didn't turn out that good, but I'm gonna get this one up anyways instead of trying to do more work tomorrow or something and bunch it into a single video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, you know, all the same stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.